This video is gonna be a bit unusual. As many of you know, I like or love doing things out of clay, and I have shown a few bits here and there in front of my videos or at the start of my videos. But I thought now I'm gonna show you like all of my clay stuff, like the entire collection or as much as I can. And at first I'm gonna, be talking a little bit of an intro and also like how I got into clay. So bear with me. I hope it's okay. So I have been thinking about making a second ASMR channel that's more like the traditional ASMR or the in real life ASMR with like a camera like this. And the main reason I want to do it is because I want to share more stuff with clay, maybe make stuff out of clay on camera, maybe make like tutorials, so like if anyone's interested you guys could also try to do it, or maybe even go into like, I don't know, like other ASMR, basically just a channel that's a lot more open and not really gaming at all. And I decided that this video is probably going to be the start of that new channel, so I'm probably going to upload it on my Unicorn ASMR channel, and then on my new channel, which I don't know what to name it yet. I might upload this in like 1 or 2 weeks. I'm a bit early, but I decided I gotta record because I've been like overthinking it for a long time. So, what else did I want to say? I wrote down some stuff. Hold on, I'm trying to read. So, yeah, I also want to do a giveaway. I can't really give away the things that I show in this video at the start because that's pottery clay, which is not really able to ship. I'll explain later. But the polymer clay stuff is, and I'm probably gonna explain the giveaway at the end of the video when I'm through with all of the clay stuff. So I'm also gonna put timestamps so you're not gonna miss it if you're interested. Yeah, that. And so, for a bit of the history with clay, I have been struggling for a long time with mental illnesses. And eventually, I tried a lot of different therapies, but eventually I was in a day clinic after a mental hospital. It's kind of like you go there during the day, and they had something called ergotherapy. And there people made stuff with clay, but also with like painting, so I was just painting because I was more comfortable with that. But after that, I got suggested an ergotherapy closer to where I live, and that's actually where I make things out of clay. I go there since 2019, once a week, and at first I went alone, but now I'm in a little group there. It's only like 3 people, and yeah, once a week we make stuff out of clay. You can also do other creative stuff, but like the whole, what is it called, not a studio, the whole place is like oriented around clay, mainly pottery clay. So because of that, I can probably start explaining to you guys a bit. I started making the things that they had, like mainly bowls. So these are not going to be very pretty, but oops. These are some examples of what, like my first things that I made. This one was probably very early because it's pretty ugly. Let's start with that one. So it's like a mold, and you put the clay in there, and yeah, so it's like this. There is no glaze here, so when it gets baked, it doesn't stick to the plate. This type of clay gets cured in a kiln, which is a very hot temperature. So that's not possible to do at home or anything. I think I went with like stamps in there, and the glaze that I used, I don't know how to explain it. A lot of time when the glaze sinks down, the top layer becomes a different color. But I don't really like this one because it turned like really green, and then I don't know what I was trying to do at the outside. It's not a good thing, I don't think. But yeah, that's one bowl. I don't even know where to put this stuff away. The floor. This one laundry keys and like wash cards. This was done with like one of those fabrics pushed in here, and I like the color. It's like softly pink and the outside is blue. But here you can see this is the raw material, and you can see the glaze, it runs down, and it was too much, so they had to cut it off. I didn't do that. But I really, really think this is a gorgeous color. Yeah, so this is like one of the first things I did. And at the start I did a few things, or not only at the start, but I'm gonna start with showing you more like, I can't explain, hold on, give me a second. More like the things that everyone does there. I got like some pictures on my tablet. I can't do them on the phone because my phone's recording. So here are something that I made. I think this is like, well, there's a lot of things on it, but these are pieces for a garden decoration piece that I made for my mom, and it looked like this in the garden. This is really heavy, like extremely heavy. It's on a steel pole, and unfortunately the bird is like, it doesn't match anymore because everything sank down a little bit, but it's still standing actually. I like it. It was a big project. This took me weeks. And there's also in my parents' garden a bird bath. This one, I made this as well. It's a bit old on this picture, don't mind it. I'm leaning over my microphone. I should probably put my microphone down a little bit so I can see better. And then after this bird bath, I made another one. This one. So as you can see, it's like molded into this mold, and then I added some decorations. I believe this I didn't do at the very start, like this was a bit more advanced. At the start I really just made a lot of simple bowls. And then here it was after the kiln. And then here I was like glazing it, so the colors, oh god, the colors are like this, and this is actually a blue, I believe. I don't have an example, but it's supposed to turn out like this. But when you paint it, it's a whole different color. So that's a bit how that works. And then it goes into the kiln again. And what else is here? That's a bit, I made like these angels at some point. I think this was one of the first figures I did. That was around Christmas time, and I made these for my grandmas. One for each of them. They are a bit weird looking, but they were very easy back then. And then I believe this was another one of those garden bowls that I made, but this is a lot smaller. And like these were supposed to go like around this, and I really liked the roses. I don't actually know where my mom has this in the garden right now. Oh yeah, and this is like a flower bowl that I made. This I have in my kitchen, as well as this. I made a lot of these. Well, a lot free, because they're like for little sauces. Okay, then the rest ties in a lot more on stuff that I'm gonna show you, but one of the first figures I made was this Stitch, and this one I made for my boyfriend at the time. I made myself, I think, is this one called Angel? I'm not sure, but I made this later, like quite a lot later, and this is the figure that has been sitting in my PC for years now. But yeah, so this was really hard to make, that it like would stick. So yeah, I think the rest I'm gonna like show when, oh wait, I have one more, I think. This one, yeah, ignore this really ugly, is it Jigglypuff? This I also have in my kitchen, this bowl, and then I made these little trays, and this is the only time I actually have one here, but I have to this is the first time I tried like a glaze that was supposed to be paintable. It's a little frog, but it discolored a lot when it went to the kiln. So, and then the background color is just the natural clay and clear polish over it to make it like food safe. Once it's like glazed, it's usually food safe. The bottom doesn't have any glaze. Yeah, I actually like this a lot. I just don't know where the other ones are. They're maybe not very pretty though, so I don't know. And then at some point, this was not at the start, but I was practicing making noses. So this was the first nose I did. It's not very good. Let's get this one out of here. So this one was like the first one, and then this was the second one, and honestly the second one is not that bad actually. But when I started making these, it's a bit discolored. I wanted to get into sculpting faces, but I have since decided that it's too difficult. But yeah, this is like tools that you use to work with clay, or the tools that I like to use, and a sponge. Yeah, oops. What else is in here that I don't have anymore? This little koala bowl. I don't have that because I sent that to someone as well. Okay, let me like get this away again. So, let me think about some of the first ones I did. Oh, I think this was my very first figure that I made. It's ugly. But, so this was a mold, a tiny mold, and then I made this on top and tried to give it legs and ears, and it used to be glazed with pottery glaze, but it turned out really spotty and bad. I also have my makeup brush. I just cleaned it earlier and I like dried it because these have been in a drawer for like, they were on a shelf collecting dust and then they went into a drawer for a while now, and some of them are really dusty. So, but yeah, this is a unicorn with cursed eyes. I don't know, the shape overall is like, yeah, but not this. But I mean, it's like the first thing I made, so like figure wise. And then for a lot of the figures I'm gonna show you, they are basically copies of things I saw online, because how I get into stuff, I always look stuff up, and because when I can see the shape, I can recreate it. So a lot of these are like from random inspiration pictures on Pinterest, and I try to like redo them real quick. We also have all of the Genshin slimes that I already made a separate video of, so I'm gonna put them aside to make some more space. They're still all surviving. Okay, I think that was all. Oh no, there was one more. Okay, we'll start with these, because I remember them being like pretty early on. These are all little monsters. I think this is probably one person that created all of them, kind of like where I got them from. I painted this originally like really, really bright green, but then I didn't like it, so now I painted them all pastel colors. I like them a lot. This one doesn't have its ears anymore. Or horns, I don't know, something. These are very simple, like shaped monsters, and these are very fun to make. So I made these with pottery clay, and then it went into the kiln one. Sorry, this was in a tray, and somehow it ended up here. I don't know. I don't know since when that's been there. Where was I? I don't know. Sorry for being so chaotic. These are so fun. I really don't know what I was saying. Yeah, I think these are This is also cool. I'm not really like making sounds with these, I'm sorry. I don't know what sort of sounds would be good, but they're monsters. And then I got a few more. I'm trying to gather a bunch of them. These are not necessarily monsters anymore. There's this one. Yeah. And then I also this one is really cute. I love this one. It's just like flat laying, but like it's really cute. So there's that. There's this. You can kind of see a trend of how I colored them. There's also this one is really cute. I love whoever made this. Adorable. And then there's this one which is very broken. I don't know what happened to this guy. Its little horns are no more, and the tail as well. This stuff really breaks easily. Like, it's, you know. And then there's this little one as well. Yeah, I definitely colored them similar. So around this point, I felt like, okay, I got enough experience. I gotta create some original ideas. So this is one of my original figures. You can see the resemblance. I just kind of randomly put on 4 feet and little hands and wings, I guess. It's really strange. I don't know what I was thinking. I was just going with the flow. I think I made one thing and then decided to add the next. And similarly to these are also my own, but obviously like the ears are like the same from like, you know. This is the little one, and then the medium one, and then the biggest one. Just 3 pastel colored ones. These are actually kind of cute, but very simple. I put them over here. Oh, they're all framed now. Hold on. I don't have the best view on like the video, so I might like put things somewhere. Like I don't see anything over here. I also made this original shape. This is a little fairy. Yeah. It's kind of randomly. It has one of my cat's hair on it. These are all probably super dusty. I should have dusted them when I bought them out. You can see here the dust. I mean, I don't know if you can see it. These poor little guys. Oops. Sorry. Just watch me break something in this video. I wouldn't be surprised. Like, sometimes I finish making a figure and then I carry it over to the kiln room, and then somehow on the way I manage to break it, or like make it not good anymore. I don't really know. Happened too many times. At the end, I'm rushing something, and yeah, never ends well. This is a random figure that I tried to texture differently to make it seem like it has a fur. It actually kind of came out nice, and this was also my first try of using UV nail polish on the eyes to make them glossy. This was the test thing for my chef that I have showed. What else? There is this abomination. Like, it is an abomination, I'm sorry. Like, look at it. Maybe not, but like the eyes, I don't know what I did with the eyes. I'm so sorry. Yeah, it's not the greatest. And then around that time, I made some Pokemons. Well, I don't know. The order that I made these things are probably messed up. This is one of my favorite Pokemons because it's just really adorable. It's centered. Can I stop like hitting my microphone? Ta-da. Honestly, I think I did a pretty good job on him. Also, if like painting. Oh, and I guess he is a bit hollow. certain thickness or whatever, you have to like make them hollow, or it's good so that they don't break during the kiln. I don't know. And then we have centred. Oh, centred, yeah, exactly, centred. Third. It's gonna have like dust over my mouse pad now. I love this one so much as well. It's also just so adorable. And yeah, these two. Space is running out. These are also original creations by myself. It's kind of like, it reminds me a bit of a deer, but also not really. Like, you can't really say what it is. It's something, but it is cute. And then I made a second one later, which lost some of its colors. I might have given it another color and then decided I don't like it. But these are kind of adorable. And I didn't like copy them from anything, so that's always special. Then there is a random frog. This was one of my later creations actually. I think this is also like copied. And then these are kind of funny, but I made these little, God, my microphone is doing static noises. I made these little Among Us thingies. I wanted to make them into keychains, but it didn't work out because also this one, like the color, I don't know what happened. Yeah, so these are just, I don't even like these anymore. They're stupid. But they exist. This is a random thing I did a long time ago. And then I have these Pokeballs. No, it broke. It broke. I think I made one for my husband. I think a red one. I don't remember what it was called, and I made these for myself. I'm definitely messing up the order. Also, I forgot about this one. I forgot the name of this Pokemon. Something with bear, right? Well, I like it. I don't even remember the name. But it was one that was like easy shaped for me to do. But unfortunately, it doesn't stand, and it has a lot of, like, it stands, but like, if you put this on the desk and you're like, I don't know, like mad at gaming, it goes like, well, I tried to show that if you slam your desk it falls, but it didn't fall. But I would not trust this anywhere. It's gonna like fall and break, and then I'm gonna be sad. So around this time, I actually went to another mental hospital, and there was also an ergotherapy there, and I started making some dragons. I made these dragons. Now there is an artist out there that made exactly this dragons. I don't remember the name because this was like years ago. I think this was in like 2020 or 2021 or something. I think 2020. I created these dragons like before I made like those. So like these are older. I think these are as old as the little monsters, because I made this one while I made these. So this was probably one of the first things that I made. So there's an artist that makes dragons like this, and they're so adorable. So adorable. So I had to try to make some of this. A horn broke off. These are also very dusty. But they are very cute. Were probably a bit of a hassle to make, and the material, like the clay that they had there, felt a bit different as well from like, I don't know, as I said, there's like different clay and stuff, and this one is very dusty. There's like this darkened its entire color now. Yeah, I think also why they look a bit weird is because they had like a spray to, I can't explain it, or I can't find dots, but a spray to cover over the acrylic to protect it. And I think I picked the matte color, but it's really shiny compared to like, I don't know if this one, I think this one I made back in my usual place, and these two I made in the mental hospital, and I don't know, this one got so shiny. And then after I made these two, I went ahead, where is it? Oh, it's over here. And I made this toothless, also very dusty. So this little toothless, I know him so much more with Onitsan because, you know, the German movie, its claws fell off. I hate how shiny it is, but it's so cute. Like, I think it ended up really, really good. This little toothless. So, I'm running a bit out of space, but I might have to rearrange a few things, bear with me. Alright, that's maybe a bit better. Now I have a really fun thing. This is like my biggest figure I've ever made. And it is also a toothless. I just bumped the mic, but it's this one. I don't even have enough space to show it, really. Too many things. There. This is toothless or Onitsan. And yeah, I think it was not possible to make his wings bigger because this type of clay, it's not very stable, so it sinks with the weight. So this was like the biggest wings that I could make that were still gonna fit. I think I asked like the therapist all the time, like, can I make it this size? And she was like, no, this, no, until they were like small enough. And the bottom is not very nicely done. Like, there's a lot of, you know, this texture stuff, but yeah, I think overall it's really a fun one, and it was really fun to make. And ever since I made this, I did one other thing that I gotta show you. That's like also a little bigger, but it's not like a figure. So I love this one so much. And what's funny is his claw, of course, fell off, but also his tail. This side of his tail fell off, which was a bit funny that it was exactly this one. And yeah, also just painted him, which was obviously pretty easy because I only painted him black. I think if it was today, I would like try to do better with painting, like give it better. I don't know. I gotta put him to the side somewhere. Over here. Out of the frame. But yeah. Then I also made this. It is also supposed to be a little toothless. Reminds me more of his kids though. It was supposed to be a necklace. It exists like this on Pinterest as a necklace. I think the wing fell off as well. But this was one that I glazed instead of painted. And as you can see, it's just a lot different. And like it kind of runs down and has like spots and stuff. And I couldn't glaze the back because it had to lay on its back in the kiln. Even a tail fell off. This guy broke in so many ways. This was also one of the very first things I made with the Stitch, is this mini controller. Yeah, it's like, it's kind of silly. It's a PS4 controller. I tried to copy mine. Yeah, but the thing is, so here it's stuck onto something, and here, this was where it was resting, so I could glaze all of it. But it accidentally touched I think a mug, like the handle of a mug, so that was stuck together. And then I think I took it to my dad and he managed to saw it off. But yeah, actually now that I think about it, I think these two were one of the first things I ever made out of clay, because back then I didn't know that I could cover them with acrylic color. others, they make more bigger stuff, so they didn't really know either. I kind of brought a lot of this type of stuff in there. Then after making all of those dragons, I made this one as a self-creation, so like not a copy of anything. So it's just a little dragon. I don't know. And I actually forgot when I said Pokemon, but I made a Pikachu for my husband. I shipped this to the US and it broke its ear off and its tail, and I glued this on just like 2 days ago, but the other part is missing. And then my husband, when he moved here, he put these into a box, but they're very breakable, so they broke a lot more, which is fine. I also tried to make him Charizard, but it's very ugly. I'm sorry, but it's so funny. He still wanted it. Like, I was ready to throw this away, I think, at that point. Yeah, the entire head fell off. It's so funny. It's just, yeah, that. And then I made him this guy from RuneScape. I forgot what it was called. Was it like Chad or something? No, was it? I don't personally know. But I made this guy, which was a bit of a longer project as well. But I got him pretty accurate. I mean, he's like more in a cube form, but I can't really do that with clay, so I made him more in a round form. Honestly, I don't know if it makes sense, but that was something for him. And then I also made two Pachimari from Overwatch. This one is the one I had, and this one is the one my husband had. But I think unfortunately it colored from like, I think the chat when they were stored together, and it also broke off here. Again, these are very delicate and they break off so much, but they're kind of cute. And then at some point for a friend, I made one of these, and I made one for myself. Actually, I didn't finish painting one, but I never managed to send them to this friend. I'm just not really friends with the person anymore. It was like more friends at the, around like 2019, 2020, something like that. So these just exist still. Then I wanted to make a wolf at some point, and this is also a recreation. But I gave him really, really short legs, and it's more like a fox. It's kind of cute, but it's also not very stable to stand. But I like it. Then this is one of my later things that I made. It's a mushroom hat cat. I got a bit of color on it. Yeah, this is also, a lot of people have recreated this, because when I was looking this up, because I saw it at some point, I really wanted to make it for myself. I think there was a lot of different versions of it. So, I found another one of these. I knew I had 3 of them. I was like, so there's that. You can't even see it, but like, I don't know if I can like wiggle my camera, but currently they go all the way over there and over here. There. So then I made the Presso from Palworld. It's actually funny, but Palworld is what started my ASMR channel. It wasn't like I wanted to do it regardless of the game, but at the time I was playing a lot of Palworld, and so I made this. And I think my first 2 videos are Palworld. So there's the Presso, and then there's Pottery, which actually I made it at around the same time, and I never painted it. And I think just like a few weeks ago I making a lot of game characters. I don't even have anywhere to put this. Okay. And then, of course, maybe a lot of you guys know, but I made Jeff. Not the best version of Jeff, but this little guy is, from the front, looks a bit bad, but yeah, this is one of my favorite things I ever made, I think. And then there is an artist that makes these trays. They're like a world, and then you can put a candle in the middle, and I thought that was so cute. I wanted one, so I made one. It's just a tray, and I made a teddy bear. And I made this. I think I asked my husband what type of figure, because I wanted to put me and my husband, and I asked him what type of figure should I put as him, and he said, oh, a teddy bear. So I made a cute little teddy bear, and I made this thingy. You can actually see this, but with a unicorn horn for myself. It's a bit different, like the ears are like smaller, but like it's inspired from those, because those were my own creations, so I wanted to do that. Yeah. This video is never ending, I'm telling you. This is the red mushroom from Mario. Well, the power-up mushroom, but it's not finished. I never painted it. Then at some point, my husband was with me, and we wanted to make some things of clay, and he made this guy. I don't know what this guy's called, but it's the bomb, also from like the Mario universe. And I made this Overwatch logo because my husband was thinking about making it, and then he was like, nah, it's maybe not possible, so I made one. And this was also a gift I made for someone. I forgot what this bird was called. I think the person was from Minnesota, I think, and do they have them in Minnesota? No, it was just his favorite animal. Honestly, I don't remember, but I like to make things for friends, and this was one of my online friends that I wanted to make something for, but we lost contact pretty soon. I have like 2 more things. And then I'm actually kind of screwed, I just noticed, because I have a therapy, not the clay therapy, but another form of therapy in like 7 minutes, and I have to bike there, and I forgot the time. But let me finish, or almost finish real quick, with this one. This is a pencil holder, or a brush holder, or something like this, and it's like this little tree. I forgot the word. It broke off as well, but I honestly really like how I painted this. I think it really, it turned out really great. If you ask me, the inside is not fully painted. I don't know why. I think it was just hard to reach, and it's very dusty in there. But I like it. I'm actually not even using it. I don't know why. I'm just like proud of myself for the painting on this. I have nowhere else to put stuff. And then lastly, I'm gonna record the last piece I think that I have, and then I have to show some things on the tablet, but I'm gonna record like the last piece in a little bit when I come back, because I gotta go very, very fast. So I'll see you guys in just a moment for you. Alrighty, so I'm back. I had to go to my appointment. It was like, it's not really therapy, it's more like a mental health nurse. It's difficult to explain, but I was meeting her down at the river because we went on a walk while we talked, and because of that I had to pause the video, and I took off my nails because these are just like stuck on. These are not self-made, by the way. I bought them like that. What was I gonna say? But I ended up being a bit late, and I was overthinking the entire way there and back that my video is too chaotic. So I really apologize if it is. I also don't know if like also tried to push these away a little bit more. So what I wanted to show, hold on. This is also one of my favorite things I made, and it's this. Sorry, my mic is like in frame. It's a fairy house, and it opens. So, oops. So this is like the lid. It's like a leaf blend thingy, and it's just pouring on the inside. And I'm gonna show you some of the details. So the inside is empty, but it's not painted or decorated. There was an option to put candles in, but not anymore because I would have had to make like a hole or something in the roof because of the heat. But I didn't, so there's the door, and I painted this to be like stone, and then this wood, and there's a little tiny mailbox, and the windows. I kind of regret that I didn't paint this part wood too. I don't know. That would have been a lot smarter. Some stones and some flowers and a little tiny bench. Sorry if in this video there's probably not a lot of nice sounds. So I left it like this because I thought I could put some like fairy lights in here. But I never actually did. Like, it's not out for decoration anywhere. It was in the drawer like anything else, and I feel kind of bad about it. The only thing I don't like about it is the green. Like, I wanted the green to be more like a tone like this, you know. It's a different tone of green, but I don't know if I just used the green where it wasn't really possible or whatever, but I regret that a little bit, but otherwise it's pretty cool. Also took me a long time. So I put that away, and the only thing left in the drawer is these, but these are not out of clay. These are rocks that I painted. I think I was probably going one day and I was really unmotivated, so I just painted on some rocks. These are just randomly here. And then I have some more things on my tablet that I'm gonna... Also, I painted this background. This was my first... Sorry. Hello. This was my first digital painting, which is also something I could try to do like in the future. But I sent myself over some more pictures, and I can't open Discord on this tablet. This tablet is so bad. So I have to download it on Google Drive real quick. That's how I sent it over. It is also not 9 a.m. It's currently 4:30 p.m., but I don't know why it's convinced. And download. So like opening anything on this tablet is like half an hour. It's really annoying. I only used it to download stuff and to watch movies or series on plane while traveling. For that it's still okay, but like it's really laggy. Okay, there we go. Ignore my ring light. So what I didn't show yet was I wanted to show like the progress pictures of Jeff, because I thought it funny. This is the very first Jeff figure. Like, this guy came from that. So to visualize something, I often put together the most random pieces of clay. This is how the clay like looks like usually, and I just like randomly put stuff together just to get an overall shape so I can imagine it. And then he looked more like this eventually. And then at the end, obviously this is how he is now. And what I also made is something for my friend from Croatia. Like, I know this person for years. This is the second thing I made for them on their birthday. This is a crystal lizard, I think from Dark Souls. And as you can see the details, this took me forever. So many hours, because I had to go and work on all of these like stone texture, and it was really, really, really annoying to do. And I think this is how it looked like after I painted it. I my bad, but I think the eyes are like here. But I didn't know. I tried, but like the reference pictures were not really that good either. Sorry, I'm not even really on the camera right now on my tablet. I am running out of space everywhere. This is like my desk and like my keyboard's in the back and stuff. Too much clay stuff. There. And what else do I have? Then I also made yeah, this is the only picture I found that I had of the thing, because this is where I was spray painting it with a protecting layer. Yep. And then this is actually the progress of the toothless. This was the little head and the body, and this is how it looked like in clay form. Yep. And then this is the other thing I made for my friend. This is the mushroom, or a mushroom from Dark Souls as well. I never played it, so I'm not familiar, but I think it has like bloody feet and here, so I painted it like that. This is taken with a flash, so yeah, that's that. I think was everything on the tablet. And now I can go into some polymer clay stuff. I got a whole bowl of it. The good thing about the polymer clay stuff is that it's so much smaller, because like when you buy a polymer clay pack, it's only like this big. It's not that expensive. I use Fimo and it's like 3 something for one. So I'm trying to find what I want to start with. I think one of the first things I made was a keycap for myself. This one, it's a frog. So I made this with white Fimo, and then I painted it with acrylic colors. And then I made, let's see, I made a little charm. This is a little penguin. This is for my sister. So it's like, God, these nails have so much shit on them. Hold on, I need to use both hands for this. This is stupid. So, this little penguin. Ignore my hands, by the way. As I said, I have like skin conditions and my hands are super wrinkly. But it is just, yeah. Anyways, I made this for her. You know, you attach these, like, I can't really explain, but like around it, and then you fold it into it. But so we have this keycap. I sort these nails, I find them tingly, like long nails, but I'm not used to wearing them, and these have a lot of shit on them, like a lot of charms, and they get everywhere. I had to take them off to go to my appointment because they would have gotten stuck in like my hair and stuff. Then this is a little cat keycap, also painted with acrylic. And then I think not everything I made is here. My mic is like making noises, I don't know. I made a duck keycap. This is one of my favorites. It's so cute. It's just a little duck. This one I painted, and then I made some more ducks. Like this one, and this one is actually made of colorful Fimo. So the only issue that I have with Fimo is, you can probably not see, but like dust sticks to it like crazy. It's so annoying, and I do not know, like even here on the base of it, I do not know how to defeat the dust issue. My microphone is making a lot of noise right now, like static noise. I don't know why. I think it's because my earphones are plugged into it, so I hear myself, and like it's causing static noise. I don't know. Then I made a little betta fish for my husband. I don't think it's that nice, but I tried. Yeah, I don't think it's very realistic. And then I put it with some beads as well. He had a betta fish like this before, so that's So I wanted that, like that. And then I made little bee earrings. I showed this on a video before. Sorry, okay. So these are earrings. They're just little bees. My nails are too long for these small figures. I regret my choices of nails. Just must be so annoying to see me suffer. Well, the bee turned around, turn around, turn around. There. Whatever, I showed these in a video before. I wore them a few times. They're kind of cute. Then I made this little charm. It's a kitty. This so in general I still look up stuff on Pinterest. Like this is from Pinterest. I think I painted it differently than the one on Pinterest, but like the shape idea, the frog is just, I mean, it wasn't a keycap frog that I copied, but like overall the frog I looked up. The duck, I didn't actually really copy a duck because all the ducks look the same. The betta fish, the penguin, I also looked up the penguin, and I think even the bees, but you know, I think I wouldn't exactly, like some things, like for example this penguin is definitely like a 1-to-1 copy of something I saw, but like this is more a mix of several things I saw, if that makes sense. But it's hard to like make something when you don't have anything to orient yourself at. I don't know, that's just me. So this is something I made for myself, and I bought these little things here, but they are very unstable. So even one other chain that keychain that I made, it broke. Like it was only this left on my key, but everything else is lost, which is really sad. So I bought these black ones, and they have like a different hoop, and I think it's more stable. That's a bit of an issue. There's actually a second one because I made these for the other ladies in my ergotherapy, because they were very fascinated with me making small stuff, and all of the other people there always say they don't really like to do like small motoric skill stuff, like where you need to work with small things, but I actually really love it. So this is just another like type of little chain that I made. I bought a tons of like beads and stuff, and these little jump rings and earring hooks and all of that stuff, so I can make like a lot more stuff like that. Then I made myself some other earrings. It's ladybugs, and I actually added some beads to this. I haven't worn these yet because I just like finished making them like last week, I think. They're like this. Oh, come on. Oh, definitely. I never wear nails like this anymore. In my private life, only for like a specific occasion or a video. You could never work with clay with long nails. These are little duck earrings. This is actually funny. This is a request of my ergotherapist. She wanted duck earrings. And when you push down this little, it's like a little hook that goes in, it really smushed the heads of these ducks. But the clay is too soft, and they're also a little bit covered by dust. But these are very cute. She's like, I don't know how old she is, like 60 or a bit more, and she hasn't worn earrings for years, and she went and got her ears pierced again because she really wanted duck earrings. So I gotta give this to her, but I don't have these earring stoppers. I only have them on the bees, like these. But I ordered some now because I stole these earring hooks from old earrings. Okay, then next there's a little frog. This is just a figure. This is no keycap, nothing, just a figure. Also inspired by one on Pinterest. And then I made a little dolphin. I didn't paint this was colorful clay. So everything I made here, like even this, I mixed this color of clay. Now I ruined this all. So this is actually really nice for me that some of these don't need to be painted anymore. See, now this fits to my nails because my nails are like mermaid themed-ish. Not really. Blue. I don't know. I really like this. One of the ladies, an ergotherapist, asked me to make a dolphin for her friend, and in the ergo therapy they have a big box of beads, like all type of beads, and she chose these herself, so I just connected them, and I'm gonna give this to her when I see her again, but she's currently not there for a few weeks, but then she can gift it to her friend basically. So then actually I am missing something. I don't know where it is. What the heck? This, what the fuck? You gotta be kidding me. It's something I made for my husband and I stole it from him so I can show it in a video, but I can't find it. Uh-oh. Well, you know the game Repo. I played it with my husband recently and I made some little figures, so this one is actually not done. And then these are like the dead heads of the semi-bots when you die. This one is already glazed. Is it called glazed? I don't know. And this one is just the Fimo from the oven. So this is like very matte, and then usually I glaze them with UV resin. But these are 2 keycaps as well. These work for like mechanical keyboards. And then I made myself one of these, which is gonna be attached to a thing. The belly, like it deformed a little bit. So this is the color of my semi-bot, and my husband's using the green semi-bot when we play. But what I'm actually gonna do for this one, instead of using acrylic, I'm just gonna use a permanent marker to like draw the little eyes. My hands are shaking. It doesn't need to be perfect. I can also I can fix it later as well. But like this maybe. Oh, that one's bigger than this one, no. But it already looks more like the thing. I forgot to do this. Okay, my hands are too shaky. I'm gonna fix it later. I'm not gonna ruin it. But you can see it better now. But I have a green one for my husband, and the green one's actually a bit longer than this one because I kind of did it a bit bad. But I don't know. Then this is a copy from Pinterest, but it's so cute. So this is a kitty, but it's like hanging on. I was playing with it, and then it fell, and then the head fell, and I glued it back on, but the glue is like yellow. And you can see I worked. I think before I made this, I made the dolphin, and on my hands and stuff there was a bit of the blue left, so it got into the white. Oh, come on, focus. There. So, I don't know. Honestly, it's so adorable. I have still not decided if I want to paint it or what I paint with it, but then I'm missing another thing. What am I doing? Like, where am I losing my stuff to? I'm so confused. I tried to make these little flowers, and this is the first time that I tried to make these little flowers. They're not very good, but I'm trying to make a keychain for my mom, and my idea was like to have different flowers and connect them all to like one. Like I have jewelry chain, connect them with like jewelry chain, and then some beads, and then yeah, but there's like a medium flower somewhere. I just don't know where, and it was actually the best looking of the 3 because these are kind of bad. This one is a stamp, and this is like that I made with like, I don't know. I can't see it. And then this is an unfinished project. This is gonna be a Minecraft bee, actually. I did it really quickly. I made this within like a few minutes. But on the back it has like a dust hair stuck to it. This is the issue. Like it literally, I don't know if you can tell, but it collects dust everywhere. And in Airco, it's like a studio, and it just generally is a bit dusty, more than at home. I call it nice, but he asked me for a keycap of his cat. His cat is called, I don't know how you pronounce it, Spritz. It's the drink. So anyways, this is the little keycap. I'm really proud of it because the glaze fucked up a bit. Sorry, the glaze messed up a bit. But the kitty is so cute. So cute. It's an orange cat, but kind of like a light orange cat. At least from the pictures. And I painted it with acrylic by hand and I was struggling, but I'm really happy with the result. Like, it's so cute. Like a mini cat on the keyboard. So that's one. And then I had this other stuff that I wanted to make for him. And one was, I had this kitty in small that I didn't paint yet. And I decided to paint it like his cat. I fucked up. I messed up the painting a little bit. I tried to fix it with some lighter lines. It's not as good as the other one, but it is kind of adorable. So yeah, I hope this one doesn't break, but I thought it's kind of cute. Oh, there's another cat hair. Cat hair is everywhere. I have like a lint roller that I need to use all the time, and my cat's not even allowed in my room anymore currently. And then I asked him if he wants some like beads on one of them, and he said yeah, pink and orange. So I actually let him pick this combination. And this is also just a little cat. It's like the same cat that is on here, but a bit bigger. This cat is also from Pinterest. But obviously it wasn't like painted like this, but like the overall shape. No, are you telling me the tail broke? Oh my god. What am I gonna do? You can see the tail broke off a tiny bit since I painted it. I don't know how that happened. I feel so bad. Maybe I can like paint over it a tiny bit. Oh, I'm so sorry. This is the thing, like, they are more stable than those, but like they still break when they're like very small, you know, like the pieces are very small. Well then, it looks like what I'm missing is that green figure, and honestly, I know I have a picture of it somewhere. Or I have to find it because yeah, but I might put this over the screen right now. And then the flower, no idea. It was just there like today or so, but it's probably somewhere. So what I actually like to do, I don't think you can be able to see this, but well, I'm a bit far away, but if you have like the mic arm, you can actually like, I don't know which one to attach. The cute kitty maybe. You can simply attach these over the little screw. They're stuck to my nail, so ta-da! Okay, I have to steal my mic back. Alright, so let's talk about the giveaway. My husband's currently home, so there might be some background noise. I wanted to make the giveaway without any restrictions or something, or requirements, not restrictions, requirements, but unfortunately I have to make it a requirement to join the Discord server. I wanted to run it through a bot that randomizes YouTube comments, but I'm realizing that's not very realistic for me to be able to contact you, so I'm gonna make the whole giveaway just on Discord with a giveaway bot. So I think I'm gonna put it, when this video posts, I'm gonna put the giveaway on Discord, and I'm gonna let it run for 7 days, 1 week. So you can join the Discord server, the link is in the description, and you can react to the giveaway. That's how it works, and then it will roll a winner. Well, 3 winners in that case, and I think you have 24 hours to like claim the giveaway. So if you do join, like, keep in mind when it ends and just check real quick. So what can I give away? So I can make like a charm or a keycap or something. So any of this type of thing I can make. Now I can obviously make other figures that you already know or you see somewhere on Pinterest or something. We can all discuss that, like when you win the giveaway. I will contact you and we can discuss what exactly that you want. So it's kind of like a custom giveaway, not just like I'm giving away this thing. So yeah, address or PO box or something that works, as long as it's shippable. And I can probably ship it to most countries, but like depending how your like postal service is, like maybe it gets lost. I don't know. I have sent stuff before that got lost. That's just a bit of a heads up, but I hope it will be fine. I definitely know that like the US and Europe is just fine. That's like the most places I shipped stuff to so far. But obviously I'm down to try to ship it no matter where you're from. And I hope that all works out. So yeah, this is also gonna be the start to my new channel, which feels pretty crazy. But I might create some of these stuff on the channel and make some fun ASMR. Like I was thinking about maybe making like a typing ASMR video or a reading ASMR video, or like there's a lot of ideas. So if you have any ideas, feel free to leave them in the comments. Yeah, thank you so much for watching, and thank you for being interested in this stuff. It's definitely my hobby, and I'm so excited to be able to share it with people. It's been a bit chaotic at the end now because I messed up a lot about the giveaway because I didn't plan this through before recording this. But I am gonna make the details in the description as well, so feel free to check there to make sure that I said everything correct. Gotta wait. Gotta wait.